Hi, Chana. Okay, you have your hands full. Joubert, legally blind, nystagmus, and you're going through the typical things. Okay, first of all, your son is way too intelligent to be where he's at. He's cruising, he's feeling things around, so he's legally blind. So this is where I want to see the report or know more from you. Is he legally blind due to the effects of Joubert and the nervous system into the optic nerves into the eyes? Or is the nystagmus so great? Where I'd love to see his report, because why doesn't he have glasses? Glasses I know aren't going to help in nystagmus, but again, is he legally blind because of the rate and frequency of the nystagmus, or is it because he has acuity issues? But I want to make sure he's being looked at properly. Lots of times, I don't care if it's the United States or abroad, but they think because your child's special needs, oh well, you know. But the way he is navigating, So have you been trained to work with non-vision or low vision and auditory? Your son can so handle that. When you're going to be working with movementlesson, and you're going to be working with his balance and all this sort of stuff in his nervous system, because what people don't understand, and this is where I wish I had someone else here. I can touch someone's back and basically know what's going on and frequency of the vision, the functional vision, but also almost the script, right? Why? Because we have small muscles, fine muscles in the back that in the beginning, and we still can't contract those muscles correct. Most people think of the back as gross, but there's fine motor skills, especially that happen in infancy. And so when a child's moving around and looking these things, you know, they're almost like ropes that go along the nervous system within the back, and they create all these kind of little counter responses. But because the way that he's been worked with, he has the side shuffle versus that vertebrae. Now again, the source of it can be the vision, that the vision didn't bring in the finesse of the spine, you know, and I can do these kind of things, and I can hold my head still, and all those things that we admire when people can move funky. But your son's ready for all of those things because he's just way too curious and going on. So I think his vision's, you know, needs some more work, and that's why I'm suggesting glasses, because despite the lack of binocular vision and the convergence, you know, this little sucker, he's going. And then two, that you just don't get that regarded as well, or he doesn't, because of the Joubert bears and such like that. He does qualify for vision services in your state. So there's the, you know, like Arizona has the Foundation for Blind Child. But, you know, depending on if he's multi-impaired, usually with Joubert, you don't have auditory processing. However, where you can fudge the books if you get someone to do it and so forth, because the eyes and the ears haven't coordinated. And this is where you have to learn how to do, because they get hypersensitive. When you lose one sense, the other senses usually get hypersensitive or hyper-focused, right? And so they can go into all this. I don't know who said hi to me. Hi. Hi, Bianca. You're getting addicted. Some bolo. You just want to hear me to say that. It's the only thing I know. But you want to know how the auditory processing, because again, usually if I hear something, right, I'm here to respond to stimuli. The vision usually organizes that within the body. So even if I say, oh, you know, I'm going to have a braai with Bianca and so forth, and I miss those. They do barbecue different around the world. We call it barbecue, but in South Africa, it's a braai. And especially when you're having sort of a Greek South African one, you get the lemons and everything. So, but you visualize it. I visualized the last time I had it, where I was, all that, you know, all the jungle comes because I was in the jungles in South Africa, but I had a nice braai in Cape Town. So again, different thing. I might start thinking of the baboons. I might, you know, whatever, or the samanges. So I visualize my experience not only for my taste buds, but touching the food, smelling the food, hearing the food, the laughter we had around it, whatever. Vision connects all of that. So when you have a child with low vision now, usually the ears will pop out. So like again, with my son, if he's learning something new, he's here. He's an auditory processor, and you think he's not paying attention, and he's off like this, and his eyes just shut down, and he's listening to you. Now, once he gets it, then the eyes come into play. That's how he processes. That might be different than your son, but you can start working with him to increase his other senses in regards to his movements and how he navigates and gets around, because he's moving way too much and he's moving upright. Usually children that are that visually impaired, their hands are up, you know what I mean? Like if you're going to the bathroom late at night and it's dark, your hands go up, right? But he's like pulling and going around and hugging the furniture, and he's brilliant. Again, most people, if they were really visually impaired, they're worried about the hole in the floor that doesn't exist. And so I think we can up his game. We can up his game. Working with him and just getting him to have these services once or twice a week, if you're lucky, he's too smart for that. We need to up his game and to do all that. But I would like to see his vision report and to see where he's at with that, and to go for that. And so he should have all of his, because I don't even see that he has VI. He's got, looks like speech PTOT, and there's number one should be VI, but also you should have at least a consult with orientation and mobility, how to arrange your house better for him. It's called O&M. Again, depending on where you're at and what the services are, but no, your son's way too smart. We're going to drop the ball on him, and I don't want to lose his cognitive prowess, especially right now. So he's so curious. Also, too, right now he should start his Braille studies. 6 golf balls and a carton of eggs, but they start now at 2 versus waiting till they're 6 to learn how to read. Right now it's just going to be sensory input and all of that kind of stuff that you would be working on it. So so yes, Ellie is a little bit younger. But again, yes, what I'm trying to teach you here is to know your child. We all have different learning styles. I'm a visual person, but I'm also kinesthetic. I need the touch. I'm an artist, I'm I can cook, I'm a sculptor, a really big sculptor. Again, in my past life, I did the Oprah Angel Network bed. I did a lot of things like that. If I can look at this and go, I can make that. Right now, do I want to sit down and on top of that sew my own clothes? Oh heck no! I'm capable of doing it, and that's the whole thing for optimal development. Even at my age, I'm capable of doing so much now because of my intelligence, time, whatever. I say I don't want to at the moment, but I don't say I can't do it. I am not going to be an aging adult that says, "Oh, I can't do that." I mean, this sucker. I'm going to be on a motorcycle soon. No. Life's not ending. I'm not a thrill seeker. With yours, again, you have to know your child's learning style and get them settled there. And you really want to start, again, really being in the support programs that you're there with. But if you look at Chana's video and so forth, he's 2 and he's walking. So right now you want the walking still to be happening from the pelvis, pubic bone strike and all of that to be going on there. But also too, don't think twice. See, that's why the support program is great, because it's got all the other courses. Why buy them all individually when you can just be in it and get that? But that's your call. But I would probably do the vision and the swallowing course, especially, is it Mobius, not Mobius, whatever, but we still need to work on those kind of things. By the way, with both kiddos, Chana and with you, Bianca, make sure they close their eyes when they're sleeping. If they don't, you do not want dry eyes, and where scratching can be on the cornea. A lot of people don't think that a child can or can't close their eyes. You can get it over the counter. Amazon sells it. It's called like a PM ointment. I'm not a doctor, so work with your doctor on this, but it's almost like a Vaseline that goes into the eye. So when the eye is a little bit open during sleep, you want to protect the eyes with that. And you can have that when there's issues with connective tissues or nystagmus or stuff that's going on there. Thanks.